Hey everybody, it's Marcy Mouse on Instagram and now YouTube also. And I wanted to do a little bit of pin mail opening for you. So I've been shopping kind of crazy this week, over the last week. I know I spent about $3,500 and this is the start of the packages coming in. I decided I'm gonna be going to Walt Disney World, but you can't tell Aaron. For the pin event in August, and with that in mind, I know I've got to bring some heavy hitters and some high-end grails. So I tried to get a few of those if I could, and then I ran across other deals that I just couldn't say no to. So I'm going to show you what my booty looks like from a distance, and then we'll start opening all of it. So right now I've got a big box, a little box, and 5 envelopes. Okay, so I figured let's start off with the easiest to look at. Putting the big box aside, and I got an order from Box Lunch. So I want to say it was in January. I spent a couple $100 on mystery dress boxes and some other Disney pins that I fell in love with on Box Lunch, and they sent me $60 in Box Lunch cash that would be applied towards a $120 purchase. So I ended up getting everything in this box for $64, I think, so about 50% off of everything because I spent just the bare minimum. And to start it off, I love Alice. And she is so cute. And then one of my top favorites right now, I'm on a super Dumbo kick. I've always loved Baby Dumbo, and I could not say no to these. And you guys all know that Up is my absolute favorite movie, and it's so cute. I wish I would have thought of these myself. But here are two Up pins. Paradise Falls, the jar that they had all of their savings in, and the lunchbox with their handprints. And what else? Oh, and I love Scrump. I think you guys know that because I just recently released a Scrump pin. This is Stitch with Scrump. It's a 3D pin-on pin. And there's still more. Oh, I got two of each of the lunchbox, or the mailbox, and the Paradise Falls Fund. And my favorite character of all time, which is coming up, like now there's another character, Bao, who's coming really close, is Kevin. And even though this pin is poisoned a little with that little kid, Russell. So Russell, let me give you my deal on Russell. If I was on somebody's porch and I kept going back and hounding them over and over and over, and this old guy kept saying, leave me alone, I'd probably listen to him. But if I sat there on his post or porch, and I just sat there, and all of a sudden the house started lifting up off the ground, you can better well bet that I would have stepped off. And for some reason, this kid just decides to stay on the porch and go for a ride. And he doesn't make a sound from the United States all the way to Paradise Falls, which if you're going by a hot air balloon would take probably at least a full 24 hours. I mean, he just stayed on the front door and stayed there. So yeah, not a smart kid. Kind of like a flaw in the story for me, and it's my favorite movie ever, so that's my thing with Russell. But I could not say no to a Kevin. And then the cuteness does not stop. I'm super huge on cute. And even though I still haven't seen Moana, this little piggy goes to my market every night. I love this little piggy, Pua. I think he is adorable. I mean, seriously. Disney did it right with that piggy. And then, what else did I get? Oh, I got another Stitch and another Dumbo. All of these pins retail for between $9 and $11 each. Oh, and I got another Kevin. One to keep, one to trade. Or one to put in the live sale on Friday night, who knows. So, all of that for $64. I had free shipping because I spent over a certain amount. I ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 pins for 65 bucks, which is the steal of the century. Then I got another small envelope and I decided to pull her out. I tried ordering her in time for the soda fountain event this last Sunday, and she didn't arrive in time. There's a PTD trading board, and it's a game that you get to wait in a line, and when you get called to the front, you have 5 seconds to give them any PTD of yours and trade for any PTD under the cloche. And I get so frazzled for 5 seconds. I mean, who can pick something in 5 seconds? There are like 30 pins in a literally like maybe an 8-inch circle. So it was like this big. There were 30 pins on the board. They're all overlapping each other, touching each other. They all look like one giant pin shield, and it was so hard to see. But I didn't want to give up one of my expensive PTDs thinking I might trade and get something that wasn't worth as much in the frenzy of the 5 seconds. So I did end up getting this PTD, and this is one of Tinkerbell's little friends. And I found her for a steal on eBay. She was like, I want to say $13 including shipping. So I was pretty happy with that, even though she arrived late. Now I've got 5 envelopes. I'm going to start with this really big one because I think it's kind of impressive to be able to find the Disney Duet series. And hopefully you're probably reading this backwards because I'm filming in reverse mode, selfie mode. But these are the Disney Duets. They come in a metal tin. They were released at Disneyland in 2016. 2016. They are a hinged box, which is super cute, and then inside is a villain or bad guy with their good guy. So this is Beauty and the Beast. I super love these. The frames are beautiful. I love the gold relief, and I love how it kind of all meshes into one. This one reminds me of Phantom of the Opera. And I found a seller who was selling a whole bunch of these, all individually, and I put my snipes in and I couldn't believe I won them all. And I got them at a steal. These were $15 each a few years ago, limited edition of 3,000, and I think I got them all at around $14 to $15 each, including shipping, so I felt like that was a super steal. Here is Peter Pan and Captain Hook. You can see my TV reflection in the background. There's a Lakers game on. The next one, is Aladdin and Jafar. Some of the auctions closed a little bit higher than others based on their popularity. I know I paid quite a bit more on the Beauty and the Beast, but I really didn't care because their values were really good and high. I think it was a fluke the way I felt like maybe I was getting had, but here is Hercules and Hades. there it goes. Oh, this is an empty box. I might have to ask them about that. That's not good to get an empty box. Maybe it was just an extra box he had. I'll have to see how many I bought. And there is Eric and Ursula. Maybe if I turn my TV off. Here we go. Ariel and Ursula. All right, so this one box here, there is nothing inside. So maybe he's just sending me an extra box for the fun of it, but there is nothing inside except for a pin back. So I'll have to double check on that. It's always good to double check all of your orders that you get, whether on eBay or Instagram or Facebook. Make sure that you're always double checking everything. So that was my first big envelope. Next one in size is this beauty, and this is coming from a Facebook order that I did. And this guy knows how to pack. He was right on, awesome. He gave me a thank you sign with, oh, haven't seen these in a while. 2 Ghirardelli pumpkin spice caramels, which is one of my favorite flavors, so that was a jackpot. And I don't have any cast member friends. Well, I have a lot of cast member friends, but I don't have any that I would ever ask to go to the Employee Center or WDI and purchase these super expensive pins for me. I'm unwrapping the bubble wrap. I've seen a lot of people burn friendships and lose their friendships and relationships all over Disney pins, asking them to do favors. So I don't ask that of my cast member friends, and therefore I just find them whenever I can find them at a decent deal on Facebook, eBay, or Instagram, and I purchase them for the secondary market price, which I did with these, and they're so cute and heavy in person. This is the brand new Disney Employee Center Burbank Dumbo set. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna show you them individually, but here are the 3 of them, and it's the Circus Elephant Dumbo, which is my favorite. This first one is super uber heavy. It's a spinner. I believe these retailed for $25 each with no cast discounts, and I think they are a limited edition of 250, only available to cast members who drove all the way to Burbank. And from where we live at Disneyland, that's an hour drive minimum, and that's if you don't hit any Los Angeles or Hollywood traffic. So look at baby Dumbo. I'm on a super Dumbo kick right now. I love it that they're releasing all of these for the new Tim Burton movie, but look at his face there with his giant ear. Are you kidding me? Oh, Disney nailed this. Totally nailed that one. And then the ringleader himself with his little logo. Are you kidding? Like, these are the super sweetest thing ever. Probably my favorite pins of tonight's shipment. Yes, they did retail for $25. I bought them for $150 for the 3 of them. So $50 each. It's doubling the cost, which is usually for a soda fountain, an Employee Center or a WDI pin of this quality and the popularity of a character. Double is actually a good deal. So I think I might sit on these a little bit and wait for their value to go up so I can get a little bit of profit out of them instead of just breaking even. But for right now, I just get to hold them and pretend like they're mine for quite a while. Because that little baby Dumbo's so sweet. All right, next up is another Facebook. And I went big guns. These are big guns, I can see them. All right, the first one is the Merida Profile. So these profile pins are limited edition of 250. They're only available at the Walt Disney Imagineering Imagineering store, Mickey's of Glendale, also known as. It's also in Burbank, just a little bit down the road from the Employee Center. It's where all of the Imagineers work, and their pins are to die for. These profile pins sell for $100 to $800 each. I think this Merida is currently valued at around $250. So as you can see, the money really added up this week. But I feel like I got a good deal on her, and since I take these profile pins to Disneyland and I trade them down for higher edition pins in quantity. So I'll take this Merida, let's say she's valued at $250. I can take her to Disneyland and trade her for 10 to 12 different limited edition pins from Disneyland. And then I can usually make out a little bit, like when they're selling for $22 to $25 each. It also means that whoever's trading with me has a chance at getting a profile, whereas normally the people at the Disneyland picnic area who have these usually only trade them for other high caliber Grail pins. So a lot of people just don't have their chance to have a chance to get their fingers on this. Look at me, my fingers are on it. And she didn't come alone, she came with a friend who is wrapped very well. Thank you for that. I always tell my friend Cindy, she does all of my packaging for me, if there's any pin over $50, not only do we baggie it and wrap it in guide maps, but we also bubble wrap it. So I appreciate when they do high end. But look at who I also got, also valued at around $250, is Maid Marian. And I think she's just so pretty holding her daisy, which is one of my favorite flowers. Gerber daisy is my absolute favorite flowers, but I will settle for a regular daisy any day. She is adorable. They all have this translucent kind of back, sandblasted backgrounds with different designs. She's super pretty and I love her colors. Even though I don't wear pink, I love when I see a character dressed all up in these cute colors, pastels. All right, so that was that package, which was like $500 for 2 pins in 1 envelope. Kind of crazy. Here's my next one, a single pin. This was an eBay purchase. And bubble wrapped as well, thank you. I feel like I got a good deal. I made an offer and the seller took it. It is the pink Mulan marquee. I believe this one is limited to 400 maybe. Mulan is definitely taking a comeback. She's always popular, though not as popular as some of the other princesses. I feel like she is always a solid. So these are from the Studio Store Hollywood. Usually people line up before 4 a.m. They wait for a lottery ticket to see if they get lucky, and then if they do get lucky, they line up again in numerical order to wait to be able to purchase these. It's a crazy madhouse. I hate going out there because it's an hour drive minimum, and I don't even know if I'm gonna get anything. I could come home empty-handed and waste $20 in gas, $5 to $10 in parking, and just walk away with nothing. So sometimes it's just better to find a steal on eBay, Instagram, or Facebook and basically break the wallet and take the hit and buy what you want. And that's what I did with her. 1 pin in that envelope. So now I also found another soda fountain pin, and I'm loading up on cuteness. I traded my Marie this morning for a whole bunch of Park Limiteds at the Hercules Windows release, and these always are great traders, so I buy them whenever I can. And these are the Cursive Cuties. And it even has the word cutie in the title, which is what I collect. When you look at a pin and you say, oh, that's so cute, that's what I love. And I absolutely love Thumper when he's all Twitter padded, especially. I mean, seriously, look at him. It has his name and a signature in gold relief. It's raised under the translucent background. These retailed for $19 plus tax each. They're limited to, I believe, 300, and they all sell for between, well, the regular edition ones are usually between $80 and $200. And then there's a couple really high end. I think Pooh was a surprise and Mickey was a surprise, and they can be over $200 in value. So here's another beauty. And I have one more envelope and then we're gonna get to a box, a big box. Oh wait, I did that one. Nope, we're getting to the box now. So I also got this big box. Basically, I bought a collection off of Facebook. It's somebody who wanted to get rid of their whole collection, and it was all soda fountain pins. I couldn't say no to it. I want to say I spent about $1,500 on the whole thing. I'm hoping that it ends up paying off. I'm almost positive it will, but it's a lot of stuff that I can use for my Friday Night Live show, so I'm just gonna show you. I've already taken the liberty of unwrapping every single pin. They were all individually bubble wrapped. So this person was Manny Lopez. Thank you so much for individually wrapping all of them. The first thing I did get was the entire carnival set from the Soda Fountain Dumbo event, which included Baymax, Abu, and I did go to this event. These pins came on a pre-order base only. You were only allowed to get your 2 sets per person. Here's the Aristokitties, super cute. Bing Bong. Stitch. Will's probably gonna want that Stitch. Who are we kidding? Genie. Let's see, I feel like there's a couple more in here from that event. Yep. The Nephews. Mad Hatter. Mickey and the Seal. And then, let's see. And then there were also the Dumbo pins from the event, which are Dumbo the Medallion, the Circus Tent, oops, upside down, his poster logo, no, still up, I was right. He just looks like he's upside down, but he's not. And the Dumbo marquee. Jackpot. I love this marquee. It's super big and heavy. He also sent me pins from the Pinsgiving event, the Wreck-It Ralph event with all the film strips, which included the Wreck-It Ralph logo, and then the Wreck-It Ralph pins from that event. Penelope, Ralph, the Kitty and Bunny, and that also included some of the film strips like Aladdin, Cogsworth and Lumiere, Pinocchio and Jiminy. Oh, here's the barfing kitties, where they're pooping rainbows. I feel like whoever buys this in the Friday Night Live will end up getting one of my "You Took a Poo" pin because it looks like they're pooping rainbows. Just saying. I think that might happen. Lion King, Lilo and Stitch. And then there are randoms, which included some of the cuties. These are villains, Mad Madam Mim and Dr. Facilier. Also a horned king. And I got a Miguel PTD, which I never make it out in time for those. They always sell out before I can get out there. My friend Maribel, Dodgers Princess, is going to die when she sees these two because I'm gonna probably bless her with a zap on these. But they are Star Wars, the Stormtrooper helmet and R2. Oh, and this R2 is an artist proof. I just saw it on the back. So he must have pulled this off of a trade board at the event. But there's that little AP stamped on the back. There are a couple, he put them on Pokemon cards, which are super fun. My son will appreciate that. But we got a couple of Olafs, a Christmas and a Valentine's. And all of these are Soda Fountain exclusives. The Flounder paint set, watercolor set. An Evil Queen gold relief. The Jungle Book Anniversary. A Bug's Life calendar. An additional Genie paintbrush. This, who is this? Maybe you guys can help me out, but I don't know this one. It's a Pixar pal. He's on a Pixar box. He is a scary, skinny dinosaur. Maybe from Meet the Robinsons. Then it looks like Go-Go from the Puzzle Piece series.
You were saying?
Not you. She thought I was talking to her. I said series, not Siri. Sorry. And Toys for Tots, Woody and Bo Peep. So overall, a super amazing box. I mean, really awesome. And I'm gonna lay all of this out and just give you guys an idea of what is sitting here in all of its glory. And there's more to come. A lot of my packages didn't even arrive. I thought they would have, but they didn't. So, take a look at my booty. That didn't sound right, but oh, I can't wait for Friday. I hope you liked it. I'm gonna try and get more videos up. I know that Erin really wants the subscribers, so I really can't thank you enough for subscribing. Make sure and follow us on Instagram at Marcy Mouse, M-A-R-C, Mouse. And most of these are gonna be in tomorrow night's Friday Night Live show. We kick off with selling pins at 4:00 p.m. Pacific time. And it's really easy to participate. Just click on my profile icon. It's my son's picture. He's crossing his eyes. You really can't miss it. It will say that we are live in the pink box underneath that picture. It will take you right to my live streaming show. And then just join in on the comments. If you see something you like, for instance, if you want this genie and you see him on screen, he will have a price tag in the top right corner and you will say sold genie. And the first person that I see on my feed that says sold genie, this will end up going into their envelope and they will get the opportunity to take him home. And I'll make sure to do more videos of openings later on this week. So here is the booty. Today's pin mail definitely did bring a ton of magic. I'll give you one last close-up. That was the Dumbo Carnival Circus event. I did double check and I only ordered 5 duets, so he sent me an extra tin just for the fun of it. The film strips from the Wreck-It Ralph event. The Dumbo marquee and series from the Dumbo event. Here are the Wreck-It Ralph pin event pins. The new Disney Employee Center Dumbo pins. 2 profiles. A Mulan marquee. 3 cuties, even though they're uglies. A Miguel PTD. And some random pins. All Soda Fountain exclusives. As well as these. I hope you enjoyed.